Now let me say something about infrastructure. It seems to me that infrastructure spending is a very important and good way of stimulating the economy. The challenge will be to do it quickly, to find projects that can be done that have a high social return that also can be done with the greatest speed possible. I am concerned, as I'm sure many of you are, that these jobs not simply go to high-skilled people who are already professionals or to white male construction workers. I have nothing against white male construction workers. I'm just saying that there are a lot of other people who have needs as well. And therefore, in my remarks, I have suggested to you, and I'm certainly happy to talk about it more, ways in which the money can be, criteria can be set so that the money does go to others, the long-term unemployed, minorities, women, people who are not necessarily construction workers or high-skilled professionals.
First of all, there's no question we should give as much help to the states as we can. We have vehicles to do that. But with so many of our infrastructure problems, the state legislature wants their fingerprints on everything that goes through, and my great city of New York lost hundreds of billions of dollars destined for the city because they couldn't get cooperation from our state legislature. So we're going to have to find some way to establish formulas to expedite this, where governors are going to be forced to find some formula to find out how can we get the money where the hemorrhages are. And whether Harlem is going to compete with it, Newark, is not nearly as important if at the end of the day we know where the joblessness are, where the fears are, and that we can get the federal formulas to target the relief to these communities once they meet that criteria. Remove the discretion, identify the need through numbers, and get help there as swiftly as possible. And one thing that you can depend on, you don't have to be worried about what the middle class is going to do. Things are so bad. They have to put food on their tables, get clothes for their kids, get them in school. I think this is a tremendous opportunity for a stronger America. I'm glad so much that you agree in theory. But I'm asking Dr. Reich, don't you think mechanically we can get rid of some of the fears that you express by mandating the criteria and the formulas?
Andy was ready.
Mr. Chairman, absolutely. I think the formulas and criteria ought to be mandated. Governors should be given a choice of either signing on the bottom line or not. They should be held accountable. They should not be held up in state legislatures.